Welcome back to Titletown Talk.
Roll out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun.
This is the second of Titletown Talks. Yes, the second. It's been 3 weeks of the NFL season so far, and there's been some ups and downs for every team. There's been some extreme highs, some extreme lows. The Packers have all of the above. So let's get right into it with week 1 against the Detroit Lions. I put out my prediction for that. I was wrong. Thankfully, the Packers beat the Lions 27-13. Micah Parsons gets his first sack as a Packer, chasing down Jared Goff. So yeah, Packers looked great in that game. Their defensive line looked really good. Their offense looked solid. They were moving the ball down the field pretty efficiently. That was fun to watch. Week 2, Thursday night football against the Washington Commanders, the team that took out the Lions last year in the playoffs. They ended up losing in the NFC Championship. So we know they can go far and they can make it. The Packers took down the Commanders 27-18, starting their season 2-0. Tucker Kraft became a star player on the team that week. He had 6 receptions for 124 yards and a touchdown. He was unstoppable, and it just really felt like everything was looking up for the Packers. They were looking unstoppable. Everything other than a couple injuries. In week 1, Zach Tom went out with an oblique injury. He did not play week 2. Ended up playing 1 snap in week 3 and then got hurt again. Jaden Reed broke his collarbone in week 2 against the Commanders. So we're battling some injuries. We have some breaking news coming out of college basketball. Bruce Pearl, Auburn head basketball coach, suddenly retires on Monday this week. It was a shock as he had 10 seasons with the Auburn Tigers with a record of 706 and 268, with a tournament record of 21 and 13. He took the team to 2 Final Fours, including last year's Final Four, where they lost in the Final Four. Never made it out of the Final Four, but had a lot of success in the tournament. Bruce Pearl will be leaving Auburn in the hands of his son, Stephen Pearl. Honestly, this was a huge shock to me. I was not expecting Bruce Pearl to retire this week. I thought he had a couple more good years in him. Unsure about this, but I've heard there was some health scares. That could be a big factor, or maybe just wanting to spend more time with the family. I'm not quite sure, but he did retire on the first day of practice, which was another huge shock for the Auburn Tigers. I'm sure they'll figure it out, and we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, so as we had the highs, we also had the lows. Week 3 was a low for sure. Cleveland Browns had a walk-off field goal to take down the Packers 13-10. If you're going to score 10 points in the NFL, you shouldn't expect to win any game. But we should have won the game because we were up 10-3. Seriously, the Browns, 10-3, their defense is legit. I'll give them that. Their defensive line is really good. Their offense is not. Their offense is not good at all. Our defense was killing it. They were killing it. And then Jordan Love decided that, you know what? Let's give the Browns the football. With goal to go, with 3 minutes remaining, down 10-3. So the Browns score a touchdown. What are you going to do? You can't hold them out. We already held them out, held them to a field goal. We're not going to hold them out again. So they score a touchdown. It's 10-10. Love fixes it, goes down, field goal blocked. Then they hit one. Undefeated season no longer. I was quite frustrated that people were saying that after 2 weeks. What are we doing? It's 2 weeks of football. That doesn't make you a Super Bowl champion because you won 2 weeks. So that frustrated me, but you can't win them all. And we got the Cowboys coming up next week. The big 5'2", Rashawn Gary, leads the league in sacks with 4.5 sacks. That's really nice. Micah Parsons going back to Dallas. That'll be so much fun. I think the Packers have to have a bounce back week. They're going to kill the Cowboys. That's my prediction. They got to be mad. They got to be pissed off. They got to go out there and take their heads off. So it has to happen. No other way about it. You can't be 2-2, especially after everybody in the division won last week. You have to get a win here. That's all the time I have for Titletown Talks. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Got to get the subscriber count up so that Potter will give me a trophy. Thank you for watching.
Roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of